Hello everyone, welcome in our Mathematics 8 video lesson. So before we start, let me introduce myself. I am Mr. Marcangelo B. Sarmiento and I will be your teacher for today. So before we start, let's have this one. So what can you say about this one? Parallel lines. So what do you mean by parallel lines? Parallel lines are lines in a plane which do not meet. That is two straight lines in a plane that do not intersect at any point are said to be parallel. So how about this one? What can you say about this one? There's another line intersect on our parallel lines. How do we call that line? That is a transversal line. So what do you mean by transversal line? Transversal line is a line that passes through two lines in the same plane at two distinct points. So that is a transversal line. So by showing you this illustration, we have parallel lines cut by a transversal. By showing you this illustration, what do you think is our lesson for today? Do you have any idea of our lesson for today? Yes, our lesson for today is about parallel line cut by a transversal. But to be more specific, today we will gonna focus on proving properties of parallel line cut by a transversal. So this lesson will be guided of our lesson objectives. So at the end of the lesson, the student or you as a student are expected to first define the different properties used in proving parallel line cut by a transversal. Then second is you will gonna prove properties of parallel line cut by a transversal. Then third is you as a learner, you will gonna appreciate the importance of knowing corresponding angle postulate, alternate interior angle theorem, alternate exterior angle theorem, and the same side interior angle theorem in proving parallel line cut by a transversal. So by the way, this lesson objective, the focus of this lesson objective is based on our most essential learning competencies, which is MELC or our MELC. So our most essential learning competencies for this lesson is the learner prove properties of parallel line cut by a transversal. This is the main focus of our lesson. So you as a learner, you will gonna prove properties of parallel line cut by a transversal. So the next is let's have this one. So let's start our lesson by having this learning task number 1. So let's answer this together. So use the feature to determine. So I have a feature below, a feature of parallel line wherein our parallel line is line L and line M. So this parallel line cut by a transversal and that transversal line is the line N. So by that parallel lines and the transversal line, we created an angles. And our angle is, we have angle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and angle 8. So by this one, by this illustration, we should identify or determine the following. First is a pair of corresponding angle. So what do you mean by corresponding angle first? So corresponding angles are angles that are on the same position relative to line intersected by a transversal line. Maybe it's hard to understand the definition, but the main point of this corresponding angles are the set of angles that are in the same position. Okay, so let me explain this way. So we have here transversal line. So I divide this transversal line into two parts. So for us to understand it easily, I divide it into two parts. So first part is the upper part, and then the second part is the lower part. So, and I divide it so we can see it clearly. So what is this corresponding angle all about? The corresponding angle is or are the set of angles that are in the same position. Like for example, this one. Angle 1 from the upper part, the same position on the lower part is the angle 5, right? the angle 5. Therefore, angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding angles, or the pair of corresponding angles. And then same as with this one, angle 2 and angle 6, they are on the same position. Therefore, they are corresponding angles. Same as this one, angle 3 and angle 7 are on the same position. Therefore, they are corresponding angles. So the next is angle 4 and angle 8. They are on the same position. Therefore, they are even a corresponding angle. So therefore, we can have this answer. So the set of, or the set of pairs of these corresponding angles are, first is angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding angles. Then angle 2 and angle 6 are corresponding angles. Then next is angle 3 and angle 7 are corresponding angles. Then next is angle 4 and angle 8 is corresponding angles. And then next is we should identify or determine a pair of alternate interior angles. So what do you mean by alternate interior angle? Alternate interior angle, from the word itself, alternate, and then interior. Interior, that is from within or inside. So that is interior means, right? So if we have parallel lines cut by a transversal, what are those angles that is within or interior? That is angle 3, 4, 5, and 6. That are the set of angles that are interior angles. So here we will gonna find the set of alternate interior angles. So first, let's identify what is this alternate interior angle. So alternate interior angles are angles formed when two parallel or non-parallel lines are intersected by a transversal. So from the word itself, alternate and interior, so angle 3 and angle 6 are alternate. And at the same time, they are interior angles. Therefore, angle 3 and angle 6 are pairs, or is a pair of alternate interior angles. So angle 3 and angle 6 are interior angles. Okay, alternate interior angles. Even in this angle 4 and angle 5, since they are alternate and they are within or interior on the interior part of the parallel line cut by a transversal, therefore we can conclude that angle 4 and angle 5 is a pair of alternate interior angle. That's why our answer is the pair of alternate interior angles are, first is angle 3 and angle 6, then next is angle 5 and angle 4. So do you have any question about this one? Okay, if this is clear, let's proceed. So then next is a pair of alternate exterior angles. So from the word itself, exterior, that is located from outside part of our parallel line cut by a transversal. So what are those angles that are located from the exterior part of the parallel line cutted by transversal? That are angle 2, angle 3, angle 7, and angle 8. Which among them are a pair of alternate exterior angle? From the word itself, alternate, right? So angle 1 and angle 8 are alternate angles. In the same time, they are exterior. So, but first, before we continue that, let's define first the definition. Okay, alternate exterior angle are the pair of angles that lie on the outer side of the two parallel lines, but on either side of the transversal line. So here, so what I have said a while ago, angle 1 and angle 8, they are alternate. On the same time, they are on the exterior part of our parallel line transverse by a transversal line. So therefore, we can conclude that angle 1 and angle 8 are alternate exterior angles. Okay, even in angle 2 and angle 7, since they are both outside part, and then they are alternates. Therefore, angle 2 and angle 7 is pair of alternate exterior angle. So, in short, our answer is the set of alternate exterior angles are, first is angle 1 to angles 8, and then angle 2 to angle 7. So that is the set, or that is our pair of alternate exterior angles. So do you understand this part? Do you have any question? So if you don't have any question, let's proceed to the next one. A pair of same side interior angle. So what do you mean by same side? Same side interior angles are a pair of angles on the side of the transversal line, or and on the inside of two lines being intersected. From the word itself, same side. What do you mean by same side? It is on the same position. It's either on the same position, like on the same left side position, same right side position. That is, or it can be on the upside position. As long that is on the same side, that is on the same position, that is on the same side. And then on the same thing that we need to consider is the interior angle. So since we're looking for the same side in the same time, that is interior angle. So the interior angles that we have is angle 3, 4, 5, and 6, right? So which among them is same side? So same side, they are been together. So magkatabi sila in Tagalog, and that is angle 3 and angle 5. So they are on the same side. They are on the same left side, and then angle 4 and angle 6, they are on the same right side, right? So that's why angle 3 and angle 5, they are same side interior angles because they are on the same left side on the same time, they are interior angles. That's why angle 2, angle 3, and angle 5 are same side interior angles. And then angle 4 and angle 6, since they are on the same right side, they are same side interior angles. Okay, so do you have any question about this one? That's why our answer is the pair of same side interior angles are, first is angle 3 and angle 5. Then next is angle 4 and angle 6. So do you have any question about this one? So then next is, if the measurement of angle 4 is 37 degree, what other angle do you know? So if this is angle, where's the concern? If angle 4 is 37 degree, what is the measurement of other angle? So first is, let's identify this one. So it will be our guide. So angle 4 is congruent to angle 5. So angle 4 is congruent to angle 5 based on what we have discussed a while ago, the concept of alternate interior angle. The alternate interior angles are always congruent. Okay, so since they are alternate interior angles, so angle 5 is also 37 degree. So then next is angle, the measurement of angle 3 and the measurement of angle 5. The measurement of angle 3 and angle 5, if you will gonna observe, that is 180 degree. That is always 180 degree because that is the concept of same side interior angle. It should be always equal to 180 degree. Then next is here, the concept of supplementary angle. So like for example, angle 1 plus angle 3. Angle 1 plus angle 3, they are supplementary. Okay, what is supplementary? They created a linear pair. So what is a linear pair? The sum of their angles is 180 degrees. A supplementary angle. The sum of their angles is 180 degree. Like for example, 30, if this is 37, so we need 143 degree here. So we can have 180 degree in total because supplementary angles are set of angles wherein when you combine it together, the sum is equal to 180 degree. So is this clear? Okay. So then next is, if you don't have any question about this one, so there are a lot of set of supplementary angle here. So like for example, angle 2 and angle 4, since they're supplementary, if the measurement of one angle is 143 degrees, so we need another 37 degree more here on the other side. So we can have 180 degree in total. Same in on the lower part. So that is the what we do there. Okay, just to get the measurement of the other angles. So do you have any questions? So if you don't have any question, let's discuss further more about this corresponding angle postulate. So what is this corresponding angle postulate? The concept of the corresponding angle postulate is, if two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, then the corresponding angles are congruent. So the only concept of this corresponding angle postulate is all corresponding angles are congruent. If you have two angles wherein the two corresponding angles or if that two angles are corresponding angles, automatically they are congruent, or they are the same in measure, or their measurement is equal or the same. So like for example, this one, if we have angle 1 and angle 5, if they are corresponding angle, automatically the measurement of angle 1 and angle 5 is congruent. They have the same in measure. So like for example, number 2 is congruent to angle 2 is congruent to angle 6. So since they are corresponding angles, so based on the corresponding angle postulate, the measurement of angle 2 and angle 6 are just the same. Uh, even in this angle 3 and angle 7, since they are corresponding angle. So based on the corresponding angle postulate, if the two angles are corresponding angles, therefore they are congruent. They have the same in measure, even in angle 4 and angle 8. So do you have any question about this one? So the concept of angle, corresponding angle postulates, if you have two angles wherein they are corresponding angles, automatically their measurement is congruent or they are equal. So that is the concept of corresponding angle postulate. So let's have this example. If the measurement of angle 1 is 72 degree, what is the measurement of angle 5? If this angle 1 is 72 degree, what is the measurement of this angle 5? Obviously, if, that is 72 degree. Why? Because the position of angle 1 and angle 5, they are corresponding angles. And based on the corresponding angle postulate, the measurement of the corresponding angles are always congruent or are always the same. So that's why if our angle 1 is 72 degree, therefore our angle 5 is also 72 degree since they are corresponding angle. So do you have any question? Okay, let's have this example number 2. Using the measurement of angle 1 and angle 5 for the example number 1, which is 72 degree, find all other angles. So here, so if the measurement of angle 1 is 72 degree, so what is the measurement of angle 2? Obviously, that is a what do you observe in these two angles, angle 1 and angle 2? They are linear pairs, right? And linear pairs are the sum of the linear and the linear pairs is supplementary angle. So what do you mean by supplementary angle? Supplementary angle, the sum of the supplementary angle is always 180 degrees. So if this is 72 degree, how many more do you need in angle 2 to have 180 degree in total? And that is 108 degree. Therefore, the measurement of angle 2 is 108 degree. So what is the measurement of angle 3? So if you were gonna observe, angle 2 and angle 3 are vertical lines or vertical angles rather. So what do you mean by vertical angles? Vertical angles, the concept of the vertical angle theorem, if the two angles are vertical angles, therefore the measurement are congruent or they have in the same measure. So if angle 2 is 108, therefore angle 3 is also 108 degree. So here then next is angle 4 is a linear pairs of angle 3, right? So how many do we need more here in angle 4 to have 180 degree in total if the linear pairs of angle 3 is angle 4? So we need 72 degrees to have 180 degree in total in supplementary concept, right? In supplementary angle concept. In the same time, angle 1 and angle 4 are vertical lines, so vertical angles rather. Therefore, if this is 72 degrees, since this is a vertical angle of angle 1, therefore angle 4 is also 72 degree. So we're done with the upper part. So we can now easily identify the measurement of the lower part of the parallel line cut by a transversal by using the concept of this corresponding angle postulate. Because based on the corresponding angle postulate, if you have two angles that is corresponding angle, automatically their measurements are equal or they are the same in measure. Like for example, if angle 1 and angle 5 is corresponding angle, therefore they are the same in measure, which is 72 degree. Angle 2 and angle 6 are corresponding angles, therefore they have the same in measure, which is 108 degree. And then based on the corresponding angle postulate, if angle 3 and angle 7 is corresponding angle, therefore they have the same measure, therefore this is 108 degree. And then even in angle 8, if the angle 4 and angle 8 are corresponding angles, therefore if this is angle 4 is 72 degree, therefore angle 8 is also 72 degree. So do you have any question about this one? Okay, so if you don't have any questions, so that is the concept. Let's go on alternate interior angle theorem. So what is this alternate interior angle theorem? So alternate interior angle theorem, from the word itself, alternate and then interior. So first is we need to identify the set of those interior angles. What are the set of interior angles? And we have angle 3, 4, 5, 6. That are the set of interior angles. So what we need to find out next is the alternate. So what is the alternate of angles of angle 3, obviously that is angle 6. And since they are interior angle theorem, so we can conclude that angle 3 and angle 6 is alternate interior angles. So do you have a question about this one? Right? So what is this alternate interior angle theorems about? The concept of alternate interior angle theorem, if angle 3 and angle 6 are alternate interior angles, therefore their measurement is congruent, or they have the same in measure, even in angle 4 and angle 5. If they are alternate interior angles, therefore their measurement is the same or equal. So that is the concept of alternate interior angles. If you have two angles wherein that are alternate interior angles, therefore we can automatically conclude that their measurement are the same or congruent. So let's have this one. So example number 3, find the measurement of angle 5 if the measurement of angle 4 is 56 degree. Where is angle 4 here? Angle 4 is 56 degree, and where's angle 5 here? So obviously the location of angle 5, they are alternate. 4 and 5 are alternate, in the same time they are interior angles. So angle 4 and angle 5 is alternate interior angles. Therefore, based on the alternate interior angles theorem, if they are alternate interior angles, therefore their measurement is the same or congruent. Therefore, if angle 4 is 56, therefore our angle 5 is also 56 degree. Okay? So did you get this part? Okay. Let's go to proving part. So by the way, alternate interior angle theorem is can be used in proving. But first is before we can use this alternate interior angles theorem as a reason in proving, right? But before that, let's see if this is really true, even though it is really proven because that this is really a theorem already. So but let's see, let's try to prove this by using example. So given we need to prove angle 4 is congruent to angle 5. Where is angle 4? Angle 4 and angle 5. So if you can see on the illustration, angle 4 and angle 5 is really alternate interior angle. And based on the theorem, they should be the same in measure. They should be congruent. So once we prove that this is congruent, angle 4 and angle 5 is congruent, we already concluded, or we already proven that alternate interior angles is theorem. Angles theorem is true by proving using examples. Okay, so by the way, we are proving using tables. Okay, that with the two columns table. The first column is the statement and the reason. So the statement, of course, is line L is parallel to line M, that is given. So the reason is given. The next is angle 2. Where is angle 2? Angle 2 and angle 6 is congruent. So angle 2 and angle 6 is congruent. So what is the reason of that? So corresponding angles postulate. Based on the corresponding angle postulate, once the two angle are corresponding angles, so automatically they are congruent. So the next is angle 2 and then angle 3. Angle 2 and angle 3 here, angle 2 and angle 3. So angle 2 and angle 3 is also congruent. In what reason? Because of being vertical angle theorem. Because of being vertical angle, so they are congruent. Because according to vertical angle theorem, once your two angles are vertical angles, therefore they are already congruent, or their measure are the same. So therefore, angle 3 and angle 2 is also congruent. So where we already proved angle 2 is congruent to angle 6. Angle 2 to angle 6 is already congruent, and then angle 2 and angle 3 is already congruent. So we're done using this one. So next is we can use this one, angle 4 is congruent to angle 5. So this reason is yan, transitive property of congruence. We already discussed that before. So we have a lot of examples and illustrations in this lesson, right? So this is already clear about you to all of you what is this transitive property of congruence about. So what is this transitive property of congruence again? So transitive property of congruence means if one pair of line or angles are congruent to a third, or angle, then the first line or angle is congruent to the third line or angle, right? So what do you mean by that? So we already use angle 2 and angle 6, angle 2 and angle 6, and then angle 2 and angle 3. So this is congruent, this is congruent. So angle 6 is also congruent. So we only need to prove on this part, and that is angle 4 and angle 5. So transitive property of equality. This transitive property of congruence rather can be justified by using these two, corresponding angle postulate and vertical angle theorem. By using that as previous state reason. Okay, so do you have any question about this one? Then next is the alternate exterior angle theorem. So that is what we're going what we are discussing now. So if the measurement of this example number 4, if the measurement of angle 2 is, and find the measurement of angle 2 rather and angle 7, angle 2 and angle 7. So if you will gonna observe the measurement of their position is they are alternate exterior angle. There are alternate angle and at the same time they are located on the outer part, so they are exterior angle. So they are alternate exterior angle. So we need to find out the measurement of angle 3. Where is angle 3? If sorry, the given is angle 3, so angle 3 is 124 degree. So we can prove the we can now measure the angle 2 and angle 7. Why? Because angle 3 and angle 2 are vertical angles, so we can use angle 3 and angle 2 are vertical angles, and based on the vertical angle theorem, if you have two vertical angles, therefore the measurement of their angles are congruent or the same. So therefore that is 124 degree. So and then angle 7, this one, where's the cursor? So the angle 7 and angle 3 is corresponding angle. And based on the definition of the corresponding angle postulate, once you have two corresponding angle, therefore their measurement is congruent or equal. So therefore this is also 124 degree by the concept of angle corresponding angle postulate. So is that clear? So let's prove this one. So if okay, so let's prove this one. So we have angle 1 and angle 8. So by the way, alternate exterior angle theorem can be used as a reason in proving. But before that, let's see first if this is really true. How we can find out if this is true by proving it by example. So like for example, angle 1 and angle 8. Angle 1 and angle 8 are alternate exterior angle. If we can really prove that they are congruent, so we can really justify that alternate exterior angle theorem is really true, that all alternate exterior angle are congruent. So let's see, first is the given. So what is our given? Line L is parallel to line M, so let's use that as the statement. So what is our reason? Given, of course. Then next is what's next? Angle 1 is congruent to angle 5. So angle 1 is congruent to angle 5. So what reason? So corresponding angle postulate. So what is corresponding angle postulate? So if you have two angles that are corresponding to one another, therefore that is always congruent, or that is on the same measure. So the next is we have angle 5 is congruent to angle 8. So we have angle 5 and angle 8. So obviously their position is vertical angle. And based on the vertical angle theorem, once you have two vertical angles, therefore they are always congruent, or they are congruent. So is this clear? Is this clear? Okay. Then next is we can now use our angle 5 is congruent to angle 8. So what is that reason? So the very familiar reason, transitive property of congruence. So the we already have lot of this example of this transitive property of congruence before. So what is this transitive property of congruence again? If one pair of an angles are congruent to the third angle, then the first angle is congruent to the third angle. So yun yun. So we're already using corresponding angle and vertical angle to prove the congruency of two angles. Therefore, we can use this transitive property of congruence as a reason. So the next is the same side interior angle theorem. So it have different relationship that the previously discussed angle pairs. The previously discussed angle pair. So before in our corresponding angle postulate, interior what you call this interior alternate interior angles, alternate exterior angles theorem. So by that theorem, they are saying that if the angle is corresponding, if you have two corresponding angles, they are congruent. Or if you have two alternate interior angles, automatically they are congruent. So if you have two angles that is alternate exterior angle, so automatically they are congruent. Here in same side interior angles, the concept of this one is directly far from that first three. So why? Because here the concept of supplementary is very important. Why? Because here that okay, here in this alternate interior angle, the words the linear pair, the concept of being linear pairs or supplementary are very important. Why? Like for example, this one, same side, same side, and then in the same time interior angle. So we have same side interior angle, that is angle 3 and angle 5. So the measurement of angle 3 and angle 5 should be equal to 180 degree. That is the concept of same side interior angle theorem. So what do you mean by what is the main summary of this concept? Okay, based on this theorem, on same side interior angle theorem, if you have two angles wherein these angles are same side interior angles, automatically their angles, the sum of their angles are automatically 180 degree or supplementary angle, or you can create a linear pairs. So like for example, this one, angle 3 and angle 5. So based on the example, if the measurement of angle 3 is 55, so how many more do you need in angle 3 to have 180 degree in total? So that is 125 degree. So you need 125 degree more, right? To have what you call this? To have 180 degree in total. So the concept of same side interior angle theorems is if you have two angles wherein same side interior angles, the measurement of their angles or the sum of their angles are supplementary angles or linear pairs. So 125 degree plus 55 degree, that is 180 degree. So the measurement of angle 3 is 125 degree, and the measurement of angle 5 is 55 degree. So, yan. The main focus of this same side interior angle theorem is this show that if the parallel line cut by a transversal, the same side interior angles are always supplementary or linear pairs. That is the concept of this same side interior angle theorem. The sum of two angles are supplementary. So do you have any question about this one? So a while ago we already done proving the alternate interior angle theorem, the alternate exterior angle, and now on the same way, on this learning task number 2, you will gonna prove the concept of the same side interior angle theorem. Yan, by example. So like for example, angle 4 and angle 6. Angle 4 and angle 6, they are, what do you call this one? They are same side interior angle. So once you already proven that angle 4 and angle 6 are congruent, so automatically we can say that the concept of the same side interior angle theorem is correct. So yan, we need to prove, given this one, proof given the line L is parallel to line M, prove that angle 4 and angle 6 are supplementary. Because once you already proven this, we already prove that the same side interior angle theorem is correct, or the sum of the two angles are always supplementary. So you can answer this activity by having this table. So just complete the table. So by completing the table, you will not be misled. You will not be misled, and you will be guided. So you can answer it easily. So yan, this is our learning task number 2. So answer the following learning task and write your answer on the intermediate pad. And if you have answer sheet provided, you can write your answer there. And then yan. So I will give you time to answer that. But before that, before you answer that, before you continue answering that, let's summarize first our lesson. So let's generalize. So define the different properties used in parallel line cut by a transversal. First is the corresponding angle postulate. What is the corresponding angle postulate? What is corresponding angle postulate? Corresponding angle postulate is if you have two angles that is corresponding angles, therefore they are congruent or they have the same in measure. That is the concept of the corresponding angle postulate. And then next is the alternate interior angle theorem. So what is the this alternate interior angle theorem? So if you have two angles wherein they are alternate interior angles, therefore, their measurement is congruent. They have the same in measure. That is the concept of alternate interior angle. So, and then next is we have the alternate exterior angle. So what is this alternate exterior angle theorems about? So if you have two angles wherein these two angles are alternate exterior angle, automatically we can conclude that their measurement is the same or they are just equal or the same in measure. So then next is the same side interior angle theorem. So what is the concept of the same side interior angle theorem? So this means that if you have two angles wherein these two angles are on the same side interior angle, so once you combine the sum of the two angles, automatically they can create supplementary angles or linear pairs wherein the total measure of the sum of the two angles is 180 degree. So that is the concept of the same side interior angle theorem. So this is very important to know the concept of these different theorems and even the postulate of the corresponding angle postulate, because we can use this one. By knowing this, we can easily use this one as a reason in our proving, in our geometry. So then next is, since we're done summarizing the lesson, you can continue answering your activities. This is learning task number 2. So answer the following learning task. I already discussed this before. Just continue answering. And then please include this learning task number 3, wherein you need to determine if each angle pair below is congruent, supplementary, or neither. So the illustration were given below, and then include also this angle learning task number 4 to determine if the angle pairs below are corresponding angles, alternate interior angle, alternate exterior angle, same side interior angles, or vertical angle, or linear pairs, or none. So you can use that. Okay, you can use the illustration before to answer the following given. So you need to write your answer on the intermediate pad, and if you have answer sheet, you can write your answer there. So at the end of the Okay, at the end of the retrieval, at the end of the period, on during your retrieval time, you will gonna submit your output, and I will gonna check that one by one. So I will gonna give feedback on your answers, so you can know in which part do you take it hard, and which part do you find it easy or hard. So on the hard part, I can give you advice or tips on how you will gonna improve it. So during retrieval part, you will gonna submit your outputs, and I will wait for your outputs. So don't forget to answer that. So your learning task 2, just screenshot it. Learning task 3, just screenshot. Okay, so learning task 4, just screenshot. So then answer that at home, and then okay, pass your output during retrieval time. Okay, on the retrieval date. And then that's all for now. And if you have any questions, you can comment on the link of on the comment box below. Or if you don't have any questions, that's all for now. Thank you for listening. I hope you learn a lot. You've learned a lot, and see you on the next lesson. So have a great day. God bless everyone.